This herbaceous plant is known as Plectranthus ernstii, and if you've been growing Plectranthus, which is actually coleus and a number of others, a lot of them actually are a little bit more redolent. So I have one that's called a Vicks plant that it smells like Vicks Vapor Rub, and this one in particular smells a little bit more minty, but they're really fun ones to grow. They're much more succulent, and as you can see, this one is a caudiciform, so it has that kind of swollen base at the bottom. So this is a type of plant that could handle being in bright light conditions. As a matter of fact, this is from southern Africa and is common in a little bit more drier areas. So you don't want to be overwatering this plant, even though it has this nice kind of like thin foliage, kind of fuzzy leaves. The fact that it has these swollen stems and the swollen base means that it's holding on to its water quite well. I have this in a pretty rocky mix, so it's pretty heavy on lava stone and perlite, and I just want that because I want it to be a little bit more well draining. This plant does not necessarily want to be sitting in water. I don't have this directly on my windowsill, but I have it about a foot away from my southwest facing windowsill, and you can even see, if I could show you kind of on the backs of some of these leaves, they have a little bit of a purplish hue to it. I just dropped some of these leaves. You can actually see that. Just starting to get a little bit of a purplish hue because I think that these are the anthocyanins actually coming out of the leaf to protect it when that sun gets a little bit intense. But this is a plant that could actually handle that. As far as humidity goes, this plant does not need a lot of humidity. It could be a low humidity plant. And fertilizer, just doing a balanced fertilizer on an annual basis is going to be perfectly fine for this. I haven't had any pest pressures with this plant. If you've been growing Plectranthus, coleus, I've definitely had mealybugs, but in this particular plant, I've had absolutely no problems whatsoever. So if you get to see it on the market, I'd say pick it up. If you like caudiciforms, or if you haven't tried a caudiciform before, then this might be an interesting one for you to start with.